the Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. And the Miners will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utah Utes offense will have the first possession of the game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college.
Pulls it in on the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Utes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Miners offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Moves away as he feels pressure. Across the 45. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. All right, guys, let's step back here and talk UTEP. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
They'll go to the ground. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this deep
Makes a grab past the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Moving out of the pocket. And into the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UTEP. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be...
Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Off-play action on first down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by B.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Sets up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Rodgers. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
And the Utes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Tight end now in motion. He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah!
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by a field goal over UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about. In this one, the Big 12.
Oh, it's out! Oh, and just like they threw it up. Put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down.
What a lucky break for the run. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake and fumble in the first place.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They've been running it, but now the pass. Going deep. And it's caught inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now on 1st down from the 28. To the air, it's Nelson. Under fire. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we're going to go have some fun.
Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. The Miners getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Miners. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After those last two plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Finds his man. It's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. Turning it on. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. You want to create favorable matchups, and the angle route against a backer is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to run man-to-man, that's hard. That's hard for a linebacker to run with a fast tailback. But if I can play a little bit more zone and stay in my...
Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Safe completion on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On the move. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
On On the run, it's Parker. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, when the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush three guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Bringing the heat. Quarterback's got the first. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble.
He's got it for a big play. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll throw it from the red zone. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Got a man. It's Thomas. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. That's caught. It's Odom. On the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting that, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Caught over the middle. It's Odom. Oh, it's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Looking for a crease. It's Parker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Dampier. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
To the air on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. This is a designed run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Trying to march their way in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the run.
Touchdown, Utes! They take the lead with the 6.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Got it in the middle. It's Taylor.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Back to throw. It's Nelson. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. Gets rid of it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for space, it's Parker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll throw on third down. Makes the grab. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be brought down. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dropping back, it's Nelson. Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Miners in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it with Wilson. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Using his feet to buy time. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now.
Touchdown, UTEP! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Florida State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got the first down and more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Back to throw, it's Dampier. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunity.
He'll off one deep down the left side. He got it! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Utes! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ferguson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Offense in a bunch formation. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Miners will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Took care of it himself. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Miners are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly. There was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Motion from the back. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. That's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. The quick out. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll go up top on second and short. Turns it loose. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Miners come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To throw, it's Nelson. Here's a heat. Wide open makes the catch. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. And the Miners will have it 1st and 10. Lost to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Here's the pressure. Man, here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Gotta find a completion on this one. There he goes. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.